The future to come in 20 to 30 years. Can it be predicted in the times of global uncertainty? How to map out the contours of the future so that they are more clear and bright. And what can be done by those who are today called the next generation?
Watch in today's program, Zhannur's Brilliant World. When I represent Kazakhstan as a volunteer, I consider myself to be the face of Kazakhstan. The most important thing for me is to organize everything so good that they like and remember the trip to our country for a long time.
Басты.
Zhannur Zholdaskhan, 26 years old, volunteer and blogger. She promotes history, geography, culture of Kazakhstan, and Kazakh language. Also, she organizes tours around the country for foreigners. Zhannur is alumni of the State Pedagogical Liberal College in Almaty. She speaks fluently Kazakh, Russian, English, and Turkish languages. I was born in the village of Kokjara, Aksuat district, East Kazakhstan region. I was born in an ordinary family. My dad is a driver and my mother is a housewife. I'm grateful to my parents for raising me like who I am. I am a very happy person. I realized this especially during my volunteer work, when my mother supported me very much. When I was learning English, I once saw foreigners in public transport. I came up and started talking to them in English to practice the language. I remember that it was an American family who came to Kazakhstan for the first time. During a whole week, I showed them the most beautiful places in Almaty, introduced them to our traditions. The Americans really liked Almaty. Most of all, they showed interest in our city bazaars and mosques. I also introduced them to the life of rural people. Presenting Kazakhstan to the Americans, I took pictures and made video of them at the same time, used our quiz for the videos, and later posted the videos on social media. When I was presenting Kazakhstan to foreigners, I noticed their interest in our language. They always asked me to teach them how to greet, thank, and say goodbye in Kazakh. So I decided to create a special YouTube channel for learning the Kazakh language.
Сіздер көріп тұрған ғимарат ол театр, жаяу жүргіншілер жолы. Алғашында қазақ тілін үйрететін бейне материалды салған кезде олардың
At first, when I created video materials on the study of the Kazakh language, there were not many views, but in a year or two, their numbers reached 250,000. 250,000 views are rather a high indicator of foreigners' interest in our language. One person wrote on my Facebook page, I came to Kazakhstan at a conference where I needed to make a presentation. At the beginning of my speech, I greeted everyone in Kazakh and said, thank you, in farewell. Everyone thanked me because I said 2 words in Kazakh. Everyone thanked me. And this man, in turn, thanked me. Zhannur, thank you. Your video tutorials made me happy.
Өзінің алғысын білдірген Жаннур, рахмет, сенің осындай видеоның арқасында мен осылай адамдар маған көңілі толды. Димаштың шетелде танымалдығы артқаннан кейін әрине ол жерде шетел.
The interest of foreigners in Kazakhstan has grown very much due to the popularity of our Dimash.
Бағдарламалар өте көп. Бізде қазақ тіліндегі Димаш жайындағы видеолар өте аз. Осы себептен
On YouTube, there are many programs in Russian about him, but in Kazakh there are very few, and I began to make news in Kazakh about Dimash.
Сол жердегі жаңалықтарды жасап отырдым. Жаңа Зеландиялық Рай Уорд.
One day, Rai Ward from New Zealand contacted me on Facebook. She wrote that she wanted to come to Kazakhstan. She was interested in the cities that Kazakhstan included in the Dimash tour in 2018. This is Oktober, his hometown, Almaty, where he performed in concerts, and also Nur-Sultan, where he studied at the university at that time. But the problem is that Rai Apai is a person with disability. Therefore, she cannot travel on her own. She needs help.
Бізде Қазақстанда арбамен жүру өте қиын, бірақ соған
In Kazakhstan, it is very difficult to travel in a wheelchair, but despite this, we had a wonderful tour.
Қазақстанды әдемі аралап шықтық. Осы сапар кезінде мен көптеген адамдармен таныстым.
During the trip, I met many people and came to the conclusion that I would work as a volunteer to promote my country among foreigners. This has become my business, which I do with pleasure.
One
of my fans, Anya Bertz, wrote to me, Zhannur, can you bring me a dombra to Germany? If you can do this, we would like to hear how the dombra sounds, and it would be great if you sang a song for us.
Бізге сол домбыраның дыбысын естірсең, кішкене ән салып берсең жақсы болатын, тастаған ұсынысын мен деген жерге қалдырмай, осы жақтан өзім.
I fulfilled her desire. I put on a national costume, sang a song, performed a kui on the dombra.
Барынша тырысып, бір күй, бір ән орындап берген бар.
When I was in Europe, I was received very friendly everywhere. Wherever I came, they greeted me with a smile. They asked me, how can we help you? When I was leaving, they also saw me off with a smile.
Германияға барып келгеннен кейін Димаш арнау концертін ұйымдастырды. Сол жердегі Аня апайым және басқа.
Just after I visited Germany, Dimash was to have a solo concert. Anya and other German admirers of his work decided to attend this concert. I organized everything so that they could buy tickets and come to us.
Жұмыстардың барлығын ол кісілерге ұйымдастырып бердім. Арнау концерті кезінде мен сыртта тұрған барлық жанкүйерлермен амандасып қайтуды шештім.
Before the concert, I talked with my fans. People recognized me. Oh, Zhannur, thank you for the video about Dimash in Kazakh.
Димаш жайында видео жасап жатқаныңа және де басқа да еңбегіңе көп рахмет. Мен сені өзімнің балаларыма үлгі етіп көрсетемін.
I often tell my children about you and what you do. It inspired me even more.
Маған сондай бір керемет әсер етті. Яғни мені одан арман шабыттандырды. Қандай бір үлкен жауапкершілік бұл.
You know what a responsibility this is, although this is just my small contribution. But when people give you such an assessment, it motivates you even more. I got a powerful boost. My life changed for the better.
Менің өмірім одан арман жақсы жаққа өзгерді. And for you, I have this coat. It's камзол. We call it камзол. Okay. Шетелдіктер осы Қазақстанға келген кезде ең бірінші олардың таңғалдырған.
When foreign guests come to Kazakhstan, first of all, they are admired by our hospitality. We always welcome any guest with open arms. We try to make them like everything. This surprises them because in Europe, no one comes to visit anyone without an invitation.
Сіз қонаққа келмейтін болғандықтан олар әрине таңғалады. Екінші таңғалдыратыны бұл біздің табиғат.
And they really like our nature. We have canyons, lakes, a variety of beautiful places.
Бар, соның барлығы ол кісілерді қызықтырады. Қазақстанға I
think it is very important for us that tourists who come to Kazakhstan are served by highly qualified guides, and for this, they need very good knowledge. For example, I have to know a lot about the national traditions, about our nature, about places of interest. I need to be ready to answer all the questions that they ask me. Therefore, I always read books.
үнемі кітап оқимын. Шаршағанда физикалық шаршаған.
Of course, I get tired, but physical fatigue remains on the road. But when a person gets tired psychologically, it turns out to be hard. During the concert, I present Kazakhstan to the fans, and they ask a lot of questions.
Көрсеттім ғой, олар көп сұрақ қояды.
Of course.
I do not have much time to respond. Sometimes there are disagreements between them, and I have to break between groups. But one must find a way out of any situation so as not to offend anyone. And in such cases, I get tired.
Спортпен шұғылданамын. Аптаның 3 күнін осы арнайы спортқа.
I do sports 3 days a week. I devote to fitness. I do jogging 2 hours a day. I try to run at least 10 kilometers.
Кемінде енді 10 километр жүгіруге тырысамын. Sport маған мотивация береді ең біріншіден.
Sport gives me motivation because every time I do some exercises, when I conquer kilometer by kilometer, I achieve a certain goal. And I must first of all prove to myself that I am strong.
Дәлелдеуім керек өзімнің мықты екенімді.
I think that every person needs motivation, strength, and patience. The present is a time when everything is changing very quickly. We must be able to adapt to these changes. I also plan to wear a Kazakh costume for this event, play the dombra, and sing in Kazakh.
Наурыз әнін айтуды жоспарлап отырмын. Мен әр барған сапарымда барған адамдарыма міндетті түрде.
Before each trip, I always buy gifts for my friends. It is part of our tradition, isn't it? Therefore, I put great importance to the choice of gifts.
Сыйлықтарыма өте қатты мән беремін. Өйткені ол жаққа барған кезде олардың мен алған сыйлықтың қандай да бір мәні болуы.
For example, when you give a yurt for present, you give an idea of the dwelling of nomads. When you give a keychain in the form of a dombra, you need to explain the meaning of the symbol. Dombra is our sacred instrument. And when you put on a shapan on somebody, you definitely need to comment that this is a sign of respect and part of our traditions.
Яғни бұл біздің салт-дәстүріміздің бір бөлшегі екенін, камзол, тағы да басқа заттарды алған кезде міндетті түрде олардың мағынасына, мәніне қатты мән беремін. Сапарымыз мына қазіргі жалпы тарап жатқан індетке байланысты.
Due to the pandemic, our visit has been postponed. I think that is right, because today the main thing for us is safety and health.
Бірінші біздің қауіпсіздігіміз, біздің денсаулығымыз.
Germany is getting worse about the coronavirus.
Ал қазір карантинге байланысты мен қазір үйде отырмын.
Due to quarantine, I currently stay at home. I try to use this time rationally, with benefit for the business. I translate into Kazakh the reaction videos of foreign music teachers to the vocal skills of Dimash. My viewers really like this, and I enjoy this work. Along with this, during quarantine, I opened a channel for learning English. I make videos. This language has a status of a global language, so my efforts will not be in vain.
Hello dear my students, I'm really happy to have you here. So today we are going to start with a lesson about family. ең бастысы маған сол іс ұнау.
Most importantly, I like what I do. I am such kind of a person. I can work only if I like my work. In general, I think that people who choose their favorite business are fully engaged in it. They will certainly achieve success. If each of us, no matter in what sphere he or she works, will be a good example for each other, then our Kazakhstan will flourish.
Әр адам әр салада жетістікке жететін болса, әрине біздің Қазақстан гүлдене береді.
Zhannur Zholdaskhan dreams of opening her own travel agency in her homeland, which will position Kazakhstan as a country with a rich tradition of hospitality, so that foreign tourists can immerse into a world where traditions, art, and language are filled with the special charm of the Great Steppe.